morning from Samarkand. Today the goal is to not slip over and catch a train to Bukhara. So first I have to get a taxi. Let's go. This isn't looking too good because it's snowy. Apparently taxis don't come very much. Вы не таксист? Да, вокзал, Samarkand вокзал, можно? Спасибо. 30 тысяч. 30 тысяч?
Да, нет,
50 тысяч. 50 тысяч.
Там голоет.
100 тысяч, 100 тысяч. Да.
Вы Польша?
Нет, я из Австралии.
Австралия?
I'll be lucky to make this train. Driving is very slow, as you can imagine. Cars are just like sliding up hills, even small slopes. I'm giving it 50-50 that I make this train. Okay, we're at the railway station. Train leaves in less than 10 minutes. I've got to go. Okay, got through baggage inspection. Now to get to the train. I think I'm gonna make it. Yep, we made it. Let's go. That was unbelievably close. The train left 1 minute early, so we actually only arrived 2 minutes before. We had to go through bloody bag checks. Oh my god. I made it. Shit. The drive from the hotel to the train station said it only took 10 minutes. And I was going to leave 40 minutes early. But then my taxi apps weren't working, no one was coming. Then I went back to my hotel, asked them to order me a taxi. They said no because of the snow, their drivers don't come. So they said just go out on the street and find one, so I did. One was waiting out there, thank God. We had to drive really slowly because of the snow. Cars were just sliding, they couldn't drive up even the slowest hills, so we got there. Stopped at the intermediate stop, no boy. Where my bag was in the entranceway, where she said it was okay to leave it, I had a funny feeling that it might have been taken off the train when people were getting off because it would have been in the way of people. So just as people were getting off, I just thought of checking and it had been taken off the train. It was sitting on the platform. I was like, holy shit. So I got off the train, grabbed it, put it back on the train. Imagine if I had not have done that. I don't know why I thought of it, but I did. Unbelievable. We're just about at Bukhara. Alright, we're in Bukhara. See if we can negotiate a taxi ride that's not too expensive.
Taxi, bro, taxi.
Do you speak English?
Yes.
I understand you.
Okay. Center of Bukhara. Is that okay? 50,000. Yes.
This is 13 kilometers, you know?
Yes. 20-25 minutes.
Minutes, yes.
Yes. So 50,000, yes?
No.
Yes.
It's 100, mister.
100?
You ask all taxi. I understand you, okay? We give in Uzbek, one person 40,000, we give 4%. I give you only you, we go. I don't give person.
We do 80,000. Is it okay?
Okay, 90, okay?
90? Okay, давай. Alright, we've arrived at the centre of Bukhara. Find our hotel and dump our bags and go exploring. So that's the plan. Alright guys, we've had a bit of a change of plans. I didn't particularly feel like sitting in a taxi, 2 different taxis, probably more in a couple of days time to go up the Silk Road for 10 hours or more. So decided to book an overnight train. Unfortunately they didn't have one at a good time the next day, so I'm going to have to catch it tonight at midnight. So we've only got the afternoon here in beautiful Bukhara, but everything's really close together in the centre here, so I don't think it'll take too long to get around. In the meantime, we're going to enjoy our time here. Beautiful old centre here in Bukhara. Wow. Hey kitty. Hey. Beautiful old madrasas here. Wow. It's -3 at the moment, so it's a little bit chilly. At least it's sunny. Got a bit of sun, which is good. So yeah, Bukhara here is a key city along the Silk Road ever since Persian Empire days and probably the Mongol days, and probably before that. Genghis Khan sacked the city during his conquest of Central Asia. I imagine had a pretty brutal rule here to any dissenters. Wow, look at the old city. Bukhara here then came under the Timur Empire and eventually became its own emirate of Bukhara under an emir, and the emir ruled here, well, up until Soviet rule came in the 1920s, but even in the Russian Empire it was quite an autonomous area, I believe. So these remains here were uncovered during an excavation. It's a caravanserai and a bathhouse. I imagine these were the baths. Caravanserai is like a pit stop, I guess. They used to be also in the Caucasus as well. Used to have caravanserais, Middle East, Central Asia, for travellers who needed a place to rest along the way. Wow. Oh, you can have sorts of gold things here. T-shirts, all your souvenir-y knick-knack things. See the tower over there. We'll head over that direction. Bukhara, during the emirate under the Russian protectorate, Bukhara was a key city in the Great Game, which was sort of like a tactical game of chess, I suppose, between the British and the Russian empires. The British Empire, which extended into India and Pakistan, was threatening to go north. Also the Russians feared, and conversely the British feared the Russians were going to come south. The British weren't really too sure what the Russians' intentions were, how far south they were intending on going, whether they were going to maybe invade British India. Both sides sent spies to the other's empires to try and gauge what was going on. Wow. Look at that. That's amazing. Look at that madrasas. both incredible. And during this period of the Great Game, the British sent 2 spies in particular here to Bukhara to spy on the Russians, essentially. And they went to greet the Emir, but the Emir basically threw them into a pit of snakes for several months. Eventually, they were both beheaded at a mosque nearby from here. Suffice to say, they never returned to Britain. The Emir took a while to relinquish his rule. Bukhara was itself a Soviet Socialist Republic, actually, up until 1924, one of the earlier republics before it was incorporated into the Uzbekistan Republic. So it's had its own history of being independent, Bukhara. Wow. It's really something to just be here and experience the history, just how old it is. It's amazing. So the tower behind me is the Kolan Minaret, and it was built in the 12th century. Genghis Khan used to throw people off the top for punishment. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think you're surviving that. Wow, just gets even more ancient. Here we have the old fortress walls, the old city walls built in the 5th century, so it's just it's getting more ancient as we go along. But wow, it was actually just here in front of this the old city walls that the 2 British men were beheaded in, I think, 1842. So yeah, this is where it happened. The Great Game. It's awesome just to, like, I don't know, walk around these old streets. Every building is old. There's no sense of modernity about it. There are a few like renovated windows and things like that, but on the whole, it's very unmodern. And I don't know, there's something very pure about that. So we're at a restaurant now. Got some pelmeni as an entree. It was just too damn cold to walk around at night. Yeah, after that I think we'll head back to the accommodation, just put our feet up for a bit before we get a taxi to the train station again for our train to Nukus. So yeah, time to dig in. Okay, now I'm full and now I'm a bit warmer. So we're going to head back to our accommodation and warm up some more.
So this is for you.
Oh yes, thank you. This is for you. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you very
see
much.
You. Have a
All the
good trip.
best. Thank you.
The train station, yeah?
Train station, Buxoro.
Русский понимаешь?
А, чуть-чуть знаю. Ой, спасибо. Это немного холодно.
Холодно, да.
Для меня. Для меня это холодно. Очень красивый город. Бухара. Вы из Бухара?
Да,
Да?
город Бухаре.
Ага.
Ты студент?
Да, я студент. Я изучаю международные отношения.
Международные отношения.
А,
Институт учишься? Я говорю, университет.
университет, да.
Там узбеки есть тоже? Нет, да?
Нет.
Русские есть, да?
А я...
Учится там.
Да.
В университете учится.
Это маленькая...
Англия, Франция есть, да, там? Учится.
А русский язык
Это же национальный
это не популярно.
Не популярный,
Не.
да.
Мой класс это маленькая.
А там у вас в году в контракт сколько стоит? Учеба сколько стоит?
1 год? О, не знаю.
Доллар.
Долларов?
Контракт. Не, платный, правильно?
Платно. Нет.
Это около 10 тысяч долларов есть?
10...
За год.
Да. Австралийский доллар, да.
Сейчас через ты этот вокзал куда? В Ташкент?
Нет,
Или Самарканд?
Nukus.
Нукус. Да. Тоже хороший город.
Ага. Я никогда не был.
Тоже чуть-чуть холодно, чем нас.
Понял.
Сейчас у нас минус вечером 5.
Ага.
Там в Нукусе сейчас ночью 10 градусов.
Ага.
Минусовой.
Минус. В Австралии это не так холодно.
Да. Аллигаторы много, да там крокодилы много, да?
Да, северная Австралия.
Северная Австралия.
Ага. Я живу в Южной Австралии. Я никогда не
Не видел?
видел крокодил. Нет.
А кенгуру?
Конечно. Каждый день. Спасибо вам большое. Ой. Очень интересный разговор. Удачи, спасибо вам. Alright, we've arrived at the railway station. We're a bit early, but after what happened today, that is some sweet relief to be early. So yeah, we'll go through the bag checks and shit, and then we'll pick up inside the station. Wow. It's a bit cold. Alright, through the first wave of checks, now we go into the Vauxhall. Wow. Girish vhod, da. Alright, I made it through the second lot of security, through the terminal, and I couldn't find an information board in the terminal, so I can see one out here. We'll have a gander. Wow. I can't actually see it on the board. That train there is going to Volgograd. Tashkent, Volgograd. Unbelievable. Might have to ask someone. Doesn't seem to be an information board anywhere else. So I'm just going to sit in the building where it's a bit warmer than outside. Go out again when it's a bit closer to my train time.
Bukhara. Шестой вагон. Вот.
Just you. I think I found my train. Alright. We're on the train. This is my coupe. I'll give you a little tour of the train. This is where we got on. The old Soviet hallway. Providitsa sits in here. Providnik. We've got the old samovar. Hot water comes out of there for like your cups of noodles if you're a true Russian. Got the old hallway. And this is my balcony. Let's check out the toilet. Okay, toilet locked. I think they lock the toilets while it's at the stations. I'm gonna try and get a bit of kip tonight. Hopefully we don't wake